Well, hello, this is Layout123 with another video and another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the very popular little Bagnall Shunter, one of the latest 040 diesels on the market. And first of all, let's just take a quick look at the box. It's pretty much the standard sort of box you get. It's a railroad loco. As we look down the other end of the box, you can see it has Bagnall Shunter written on it, along with the back full of all the do's and don'ts, warnings, this, that and the other, and then the other side is just blank Hornby, 00 gauge, etc. But that's not what we came to talk about. We came to talk about the loco inside the box. And first of all, if we just take a look at the underneath of the Bagnall Shunter, it is exactly identical to pretty much all of your standard 040s, in the sense that you have the gear, the two driving wheels and the tension lock at either end. The only difference is the mould is a different colour, more grey colour to this one. And another major difference to the Bagnall Shunter, which is why I've called it the new breed of 040, is the way it runs, and that is something we're going to be looking at a little bit later on. So if we talk about the positives, you've got to say it is a very nice looking little train. It's got a lot of character. On the back you've got the railroad RR, again on the side with the words Bagnall Shunter, or just the word Bagnall, no word Shunter. And then on the front you've got the classic look, which is a little bit like a Doc Shunter, probably 2% Doc Shunter. But the actual body, I think, is from a character from the Thomas the Tank Engine range. I'm not sure what his name is. It might be something like Bullet or something like that, or Bolt, I'm not sure. But if you look up Thomas the Tank Engine 040 diesel, there's a little yellow train with a face here, yellow and brown train, and you might notice it, you might recognise it and know it. But anyway, let's move on. So negatives, I'm going to say it's the lack of detailing. There's basically no cabin detail whatsoever. If you look through it, there is just no cabin whatsoever. There's no real... well, there is detailing down the side, and there is the windscreen wipers, which is nice to see, which is something we haven't really seen too much of on the 040s from Hornby in the past. In 4 examples of Hornby 040s, you'll see the Virgin one, no windscreen wipers. The Paper Company one, no windscreen wipers. The Tilbury one, no windscreen wipers. And the, what I will call, classic 06, no windscreen wipers once again. All very nice still, but when you've got the one with the windscreen wipers, it does add that little bit of extra character to it, which really makes this model for me so special. I do feel that the big question out there is, why should I buy the Bagnall Shunter when I can pick up a simple 040 diesel for a bit cheaper nowadays? Well, my main reason for you would be the Bagnall Shunter is one of the best running 040s I think I have ever seen. It has got such a nice slow geared motor in comparison to this little bullet train, and for me that is what wins. That's what Hornby have got so right about the Bagnall Shunter, because we've seen so many different 040s over the years from Hornby, and it's so nice that they've moved on to a different style, different tooling model. And I think, as much as we do love these, and these are great, they are, it is quite an old concept now, and I've got 5 of them. I only showed you 4 because you've seen the other one, the circus one, and I think that they really have pretty much reached their limit with what you can do with the humble 040 06, which is why I think the Bagnall Shunter, there's probably going to be another 20, 30 versions of this in different colours and all different liveries, and I mean, it's going to certainly, I think the first one was just a little bit of a trial, but now that they've seen that it has been a success, certainly they will certainly keep going with it. The only issue for me is probably the price. I mean, £30 for this is a lot of money. 25 is another matter, but £30, I don't know, it just seems a lot of money. When I can go out and buy the Sentinel for 50, which, yeah, you may say, oh, it's got better detailing and it's a completely different sort of concept. It is, at the end of the day, still an 040. But there's something that I'm going to show off that really, for me, sells the Bagnall Shunter in comparison to the Sentinel. Without any further ado, we're going to take them both over to the track, and I'm going to show you why I think this has the edge over this. This wins on looks, and certainly on detail and style, but this wins on running performance, hands down, and we're about to see why. And if we kick things off with the Hornby Sentinel, there we are, off it goes. Pretty smooth runner. Pretty smooth runner. But cannot cope with points very well, is what I found, and can be quite haphazard. If I just try and reach over and get it going again, it stops directly again on the next set. And it is, the motor and mechanism is very smooth, but the power pickup is what lets the Sentinel down. And that has been the big problem for me with it. I still think it's worth getting, but I think it's time we bring the Bagnall Shunter on and just let you see what the difference is. Right, take two, as it were. Bagnall Shunter. Off and away, a lot slower than I sent the Sentinel off at. Well, it might be about the same pace. Now, points. Not a single quiver or a problem. And it is motoring round like it owns the layout. Absolutely fantastic. Look at the quality of that mechanism. Another thing to point out is it's got a much slower motor inside of it, and as you can see, the wheels are really turning on the Tilbury one, and they're just about ticking along on the Bagnall one. And that is another thing that makes it so successful, because the slower gearing makes it more realistic, all in all, when you factor it all in. And the Tilbury one may even have problems at the points. No, it didn't, shockingly. That does surprise me. A little bit of a jump there, but just showing you that one has got completely different gearing. But so what do I think of this train all in all? When you factor in the price, the value for money, and certainly the ability, I'd give the Bagnall Shunter an 8 out of 10. Good job, Hornby. Very, very good job. And also it can deal with what you'd need a little shunter to deal with in terms of pushing and pulling things. And I think that's pretty much it for today. So I hope you enjoyed that review, and if you haven't bought one, I hope I might have inspired you to go out and get one. They're certainly great little trains, and they're certainly worth the money. And look at that, motoring over those points as if they're not even there. And like I always say, thanks very much for watching, guys, and see you all soon.